Well, happy Wednesday, everyone. I am so excited. Hopefully, you came here feeling good, looking good. It is a great Wednesday to be here and be in community with everyone. I am Charity Faye. I'm a program manager at the California Black Health Network. And I believe tonight you are in for an incredible treat and what we call a boot camp. Okay, we are here tonight. We will be discussing full face, full truth, all things navigating clean beauty for Black skin. But before we get into this amazing experience, I want to tell you a little bit about CBHN. Okay, we are California's leading Black led voice for health equity. We are a trusted source for how systems, policy, and public health show up for Black lives. We conduct outreach, research, advocacy, and all sorts of other experiences and efforts to achieve health equity for Black Californians through the lens of understanding critical issues that lie at the intersection of racial justice, social justice, and environmental justice. Y'all, we are covering it all. We are in various industries that intersect in efforts to ensure that we experience health equity by any means necessary. Tonight, what we are experiencing is part of our CBBM, which is the Conscious Black Beauty Movement. And for us, it is a 2-year campaign that challenges the status quo of the beauty industry. For those of you who signed up via Zoom or even looked at our social media or even received our newsletter, tonight we are talking about how the beauty aisles weren't built with us in mind, and so this Conscious Black Beauty Movement is our collective response to decades of toxic exposures, exclusions, and underrepresentation. The Conscious Black Beauty Movement brings together all things health equity, as well as cultural leadership and policy in efforts to reform, reducing toxic exposure for Black American women and girls, expand access to clean, safe, and personal care, as well as champion Black-led beauty solutions. We are on a very radical mission to ensure that these things are experienced in our lifetime. Okay? Why this is important? We want to power the future of beauty with purpose. For us, this is not just a program. This is not just a cute little boot camp. This is a movement that will help build a new normal where safety isn't a luxury, where Black beauty is not an afterthought, and where health equity drives innovation. And that's covering everything from policy to product on shelves. We really believe that the Conscious Black Beauty Movement will set a new standard for how individuals and how companies and brands approach beauty. We need them to approach beauty with us in mind. And so tonight, before we introduce this amazing speaker, I don't know, like, she's a speaker, she's an auntie, she is sister friend, she is Black girl magic, and I'm happy. I even have my very own sister in the room tonight, and I told her who was going to be here. She was like, oh my God, I just saw her at Nordstrom a few times for events, and she's like, I'm gonna be there. And so some of you already know her, but before we dive into learning of who she is and diving into the topics for tonight, what I want you to do is take a moment, if you can, to scan the QR code so that we can learn more about you. We really do want to know what you know and understand about clean beauty. We want to understand how you select products when you're shopping in stores or when you're shopping online. We also want to know if you know of any apps or resources that are already on your phone or that you can download that'll help you learn about what ingredients are in the products that you're using. And so I'm going to give you a moment to scan the QR code. I'm also going to drop it in the chat. So just give me a moment to drop it in the chat for you. Perfect. And why don't you go ahead and begin filling out that survey? It's literally 4 questions, y'all. Do your sister friend a favor and complete the survey so that I can learn more about you as we begin diving into more topics around our Black beauty. So let's talk about the amazing one we have with us tonight. Kim Roxie is a visionary entrepreneur. She is an esthetician and a trailblazing founder of LAMIK Beauty, which is a clean color cosmetics brand dedicated to healthy, inclusive, and sustainable makeup. Roxie began her journey in the beauty industry as a college student attending Clark Atlanta University, working at the makeup counter. At 21, she was opening her own makeup shop in the mall in her hometown of Houston, Texas. Dismayed by the harsh, toxic ingredients prevalent in mainstream makeup and driven by the jarring reality that nearly 75% of beauty products marketed to women of color contain harmful chemicals, she resolved to build a brand rooted in wellness. I'm going to say that again. She resolved to build a brand rooted in wellness. Named an acronym for love and makeup and kindness, LAMIK has shattered industry standards under Roxie's leadership. Her mission became deeply personal after her mom's battle with breast cancer and her own diagnosis of alopecia, which inspired LAMIK's acclaimed organic rich Revelation Brow Duo. Fueled by the philosophy that beauty is revealed, not applied, Roxie has evolved her brand from a local Houston makeup shop into a tech-forward e-commerce powerhouse. Roxie's disruptive approach caught the attention of Forbes, which spotlighted her as a driving force redefining the $580 billion beauty market, making history as one of the youngest African American women to secure space in a major department store. Roxie has scaled LAMIK into a celebrated household name. Today, the brand is carried by premier national retail partners, including Nordstrom, JCPenney, and Ulta.com, proving that women do not have to sacrifice their health for high-end beauty. Wow! Goosebumps and chills because what? Let us welcome into this amazing shared space tonight the amazing, the beautiful Kim Roxie.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Charity. I just am so excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And people have to know we didn't just get together tonight. We've been working together previous to just tonight. So thank you so much for everything that you do. Thank you for setting the tone for tonight and getting us started. I appreciate it. And even hearing that bio, I was like, who's she talking about? Who's she talking about?
Because wow, that's it's all you. It's all you. You've shown up to your life in such an amazing way that you have literally empowered and inspired us to be our beautiful selves,
Yes.
but to also be able to shop clean and to have beauty products that aren't going to kill us in the long run. And
Yeah.
so, in reading that bio, like I've read it a few times, Stan was like, this woman is quite powerful. I hope the people know. We are in for quite a treat. And so, thank you for being here tonight. I want to know from you, what was the moment you realized the beauty industry was not built with us in mind?
Well, I feel like it's almost like an aha moment. And I want us all to think about this for a second. I'm sitting in my family home, in the home I grew up in. It's summertime, so you know how we travel during the summer, but I'm back at home in Houston in my family home. And I want us to think about when that aha moment came. And when I was a young girl growing up, it never hit me that some of the things I was using, some of the things I was admiring, things that were marketed to me were toxic, not good for me. But when I think back, I'm like, I'm putting the pieces together. So I remember being told through images. Oh, we got a guest. Say hello, Loretta. Go ahead. It's my daughter, Loretta, who's named after my mother. Um,
Wow. Hey, Loretta.
yes, yes, the legacy continues. But I just remember, even when I think about like my hair and all of that, and I think about trying to straighten my hair because my hair looked like Loretta's hair. And being like, I don't want wavy curly hair. I want straight hair because that's what I thought beauty looked like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just the image itself was toxic, right? And so I just remember having my aha moment when I was in college, working at the makeup counter, and a lot of the things that the women were complaining about that they wanted to fix really was things that were came natural to us.
Mm.
Make my nose look small. Give me a foundation that makes me look lighter.
Mm.
All of these things that I'm like, oh, we have not been taught to celebrate our beauty. And we have been marketed certain looks and certain images is what beauty looks like. And so my aha moment came even when I was in college when I realized, oh, I want women to understand how beautiful they are and want them to feel good about it. And that was my initial mission. And then when my mom developed breast cancer, years later, when I opened up my own makeup shop and did all that, I learned about the known carcinogens inside of beauty products. And my mom loved makeup. So just her developing metastatic breast cancer, it made me really go down to research what was some of
Mm-hmm.
the threats that were out there that she might have dealt with, and beauty products was one that I went down the trail of because that's the industry I was in.
Yeah. Yeah. That is
Mhm.
beautiful. And wow, we are grateful that you went down the trail. Like, we are forever grateful for
Yes,
that.
yes.
So, when we talk about harmful ingredients,
Mhm.
we're not just talking about irritation or bad reactions. We are talking about the real long term health implications,
Mhm.
especially for Black women. Can
Mhm.
you talk us through some of those ingredients that we should be most concerned about as it pertains to our skin, and it being more vulnerable?
Yeah. So some of those um endocrine disruptors that we want to be conscious of, like parabens, like undisclosed fragrances. So a
Oh,
lot
that's a
of
big one.
times
That's a big one. We like it to smell good.
we like it to smell good. We like to smell good, but at what cost?
Mm,
At what cost?
Kim.
What cost? At what cost? And
Uh-huh.
and I'll say this, a lot of times uh, they will blanket everything under something like fragrances. And that's
Mm,
something that we need to be aware of. So I want us to also realize that a lot of times there is a lack of transparency on labeling. And so we also have to be mindful of that too. Because a lot of times I've seen situations where they just sort of like put fragrances and then just kind of put it like that. But it's a lot of other things hidden inside of there.
mm,
Um, so be mindful of that. The phthalates as well, PHTHALATES are ones that we need to be mindful of from, talked about fertility issues before, hormones and those kind of different things. So being mindful of those. Also, I'll say this is that formaldehyde and formaldehyde releasing ingredients are other things that we should be mindful of. Um, and also, I want to bring up one that sometimes uh, is not talked about, but any your peroxides, you think not your peroxides, but your things that whiten the skin, lighten the skin.
skin
Uh,
lighteners. Hmm.
yep.
Yeah.
We need to be very conscious of these things and what they end up doing to us on the inside as
Hmm.
well. Um, and also heavy metals. So I will say again, back to transparency. And I'm really going to harbor over this just a little bit, hover over this just a little bit because um, I have the distinct uh, pleasure to actually work inside of manufacturing facilities.
Mm,
So a lot of times you might see someone have a beauty product or something like that. They don't a lot of times really have hands in on what's really happening with the product. A lot of folks are, just getting products from overseas, putting a label on it, keeping it moving. Okay.
mm,
Um, Beauty is known for its high margins, and that means high profit margins, because a lot of times it's made with not much integrity and intentionality and consciousness, but they can sell it for a higher price point. And so even just because you spent a lot on a lipstick, just because you spent $88 on that lipstick, it doesn't mean that it's clean. It just means that it's $88. So,
Kim,
but it
don't you gather us like that, Kim.
can, you can, designer name it all you want, but the toxicity hasn't left. It is just targeting you because it knows that you want something designed. But anyway, so I say that to say that a lot of times products are made overseas. People don't have no hand in it. The thing that I've been fortunate to have is a direct hand in manufacturing facilities to see, even from the lab perspective, when things
Mm,
are created and the intentionality around that and the transparency. And I just know that a lot of companies are not very transparent even around labeling.
mhm,
So it's almost like, how we charity a lot of times look for safe spaces,
mhm.
and you know the difference.
Yep.
We need to look for safe spaces of beauty where
Mm,
the company is integral. We know that, and we can feel safe to play in that space.
yeah.
And that has nothing to do with price point. It has everything to do with, the integrity of the brand and the things they do. And so that's something also I want to just, kind of put up there, because not enough of that is happening. Um, Something else I want to bring up, that I think sometimes doesn't get touched on enough. Um, and that is, I talked about the transparency, but the sort of hidden cocktail that happens when I was saying before, when they just put that blanket fragrances, because a lot of times what happens is they're putting that, and then from a transparency perspective, they're just saying that to so they don't have to. They'll tell they'll say that it's trade secrets, but
Mm,
really is secrets around the unlisted ingredients that are inside of there that are causing upper respiratory problems, and that's an increase in other health challenges that can happen. So I just want us to sort of be aware of that, because that happens. So when you see that, just beware.
mm.
Um, and if I don't know if we have a chat going, if anybody's saying something there, please let me know. But I just wanted to sort of hit on some of those, and give you something to digest and sort of take away, because I know we can't remember everything, but at
Yeah.
least if we remember some things, then that can help us. That can help us a lot.
Hmm. That is very helpful, Kim. You mentioned how there's so many products that have a lot of toxic chemicals.
Mhm.
And when we talk skin lighteners, we talk relaxers and heavy fragrances. And fragrances hits home for a lot of us because we do like everything to smell so good, and those tend to be some of the more toxic products, heavily including fragrances. Why do you think the beauty industry has targeted Black women with some of its most toxic products? And how do we seriously begin breaking that cycle? I think one of the things you mentioned is like integrity of a brand and transparency. So I know that's one way, but why are they targeting us so heavily? And what are some other ways in which we can begin breaking that cycle?
I love that you asked this question because that's exactly where I was going next, and I didn't want to go there too fast, but we're right here. We have to actually shift our own mindset and likings.
Oof! Say it again, Kim. Say it again.
We have to shift our own mindset and likings.
Yeah.
That means that I'm actually personally not used to perfumes because just for me personally, I got some other issues. Look, I'm sitting here with a bald head because I was desiring to get hair that I did not, a texture of hair that I did not have, and I ended up experiencing hair loss and everything. So I'm not saying it's out of perfection. I'm just saying it's out of the mindset. I had to make a mindset shift to see myself beautiful bald. I had to make a mindset shift. So I say that because even with fragrances, and we're talking about that, I don't wear all of those designer fragrances because I know they're toxic. And
Mhm.
so I don't even have an appetite for it. If you see what I'm saying, like I had to remove,
Yep. Yep.
any desire. You almost have to go through a cleanse, like a detox. But a
That's what it
detox,
sounds like.
yeah, but a detox of not just the products themselves in that moment, but the detox of your mindset of how you view beauty. Okay, look, my shirt says, beauty is revealed, not applied.
That's powerful. That's powerful. It's reveal, not applied. You can't put it on. You can't spray it on.
Okay. So I just say that because you got to make a mindset shift.
Mm,
So many people cannot even wear their hair like how beautiful your hair is, Charity, because in their heads, they don't see themselves beautiful with their hair looking like that texture, that curve. That's a mindset shift
yeah.
that has to happen. So when
Mm,
they market certain things to us, it's like, look, I don't even have appetite to look that way no more. Okay. Um,
mm.
the mercury and all of this that's in the skin lightening and all that. Okay, now I'm not even exposed to that anymore because I'm, happy with my complexion now. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So what I'm saying is for us, we need that mindset shift in our community
Okay.
amongst us, and even small things like complimenting each other, right?
Mm.
Based on these things. Um, my daughter, she wears an afro. I call her Lolo with the fro.
That's
I didn't
cute.
say the whole thing, right? But the point was, so she would not at least have some type of empowerment, because when you go outside, you're going to be, you look at the phone, whatever, but at least you being empowered in who you are and your confidence, because a lot of this stuff just comes for your confidence. And then
Yeah.
when it comes for your confidence, it takes your conscience. And when it takes
Mm.
your conscience, now you cannot make credible decisions. So that's the reason why we must sustain our confidence so we can keep our conscience, so we can make credible decisions, and we will build credible brands, because that's who we will feed. We will feed
Mhm.
that. We will consume that. We will pay for that. I mean, look at it. You can look at the aisles. You don't see any that many relaxer boxes on the aisles anymore like you used to. It's still something there, but you don't see them like you used to.
Correct.
Why? Because a lot of women, a lot of folks have looked at and the ingredients in those products, and even being linked to fibroids and all this other, whatever, all these different things. But the whole point is that us burning our scalp, and we're like, okay, we don't think that's supposed to happen. I don't think that's supposed to go like
Yeah.
that. And then we also have started to love ourselves and love our looks, and then get away. So I just think it's a mindset shift, to be honest. That's exactly what it is. Once we start to go on that new mindset shift, look at ourselves differently,
Mhm.
uh, then a lot of these desires are not there. And then we also start to make new demands based on what we buy. And we're able to get better products for us, because people are not going to make what is not being bought. Just not going to do it.
Hello.
Just not going to do it.
That's
Just
right.
not. Um, so yeah. So these are some of the things I'm looking at, and I want to say this too. Um, Something that uh, I found to be very disturbing here lately, that I see going on too, is this idea around, if you look a certain way, um, it it represents some type of soft life or some type of look around a soft life or a soft look or
Oh.
different trends going on. And so I just also want us again to be the narrator in our stories and not just allow social media, let trends, let things happen. Even the whole like making Black women, out to look more masculine, and now we got to do certain things to sort of like demasculate ourselves and try to look softer by the face. We have these strong cheekbones, we have this wide nose, we have these slanted eyes, we have these things, these full lips. Um, and then literally people are trying to look just like you.
Wow.
But you are then doing things to stop that, and now you're putting yourself, sort of at risk. So absolutely.
Oof. Kim, first of all, I want to say I'm so glad this is recorded because you gave so many beautiful gems for us to go back to and really think about. Talking
Mhm.
about confidence and consciousness. My goodness. What I want us to do just for a moment, y'all, look at yourself in your phone if you can, or think about how you look and drop in the chat one thing about yourself that you think is absolutely beautiful, top tier. You just love it about you. Why don't you drop it in the chat and let us know?
Let's drop it in the chat. I love that.
My lips. I love my brows, my butt. Listen, it's yours. Love it all. Absolutely. My hair.
I just realized my comment didn't go to everybody. I'm gonna type it in there. My dimples.
Ooh, I love that. Oh my gosh, I love beautiful dimples. And Kim, I love what you said about complimenting each other. One of the things that I have realized within sisterhood and even coming from a family with a lot of girls, there's a lot of beauty all around us. And when I look at you, me complimenting your beauty doesn't take away any of mine. It
Mhm.
adds to it because I'm a part of you and you're a part of me. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, I love your full, beautiful lips too. I wasn't blessed with none, but my sister got them and she's beautiful, and so it's one of those relearning and unlearning and really being able to recognize each other's beauty and compliment it more. It feels so good walking anywhere and a sister compliments us. It's like, to get it from a woman that looks like me. Yes,
Yes.
sis.
Yes.
Absolutely. In fact, I want to challenge all of us before Saturday. That means we're gonna get to tomorrow and Juneteenth. When you see a sister, say something to that sister. Compliment any or everything about her. And let's begin shifting the culture, shifting the narrative about what we think is beautiful. That's so important. We need that. Again, like Kim said, we are changing and modifying parts of ourselves that other people are paying for
Yep.
because they
Yep.
see our beauty and sometimes we are asleep to it. And
Yep.
so I think, yeah, we will see a huge shift within the beauty industry the more we begin liking and loving what we see when we look in the mirror, but also complimenting and valuing what we see in each other when we are in each other's presence. And so I want to challenge us with that. Offer them compliments. I promise you, it ain't gonna cost you nothing but a second. You
It
still
ain't
gonna
gonna
be as beautiful, as bad, and as amazing as you are. It's something that we can do to uplift the collective consciousness about what we think and what we value as beautiful.
And I just want to say here, I love that challenge you gave us, and we're gonna be doing it because it's Juneteenth weekend. We can really get outside and do it.
Okay.
Uh, yes, and in these virtual streets. But even for me, when somebody compliments me, it still hits my soul. It
Oof.
still it still hits my soul. That's
Yeah.
the reason why, on social media, you're trying to look at the comments and stuff. Those are endorphins that's coming in, that's making you feel something. Not that you should live on those, but when we can just say a kind word to someone rather than a negative one, or just tell them the truth. I always say like this, full face, truth. Like a lot of times I got into this business because I love the way I would compliment women and the way they would react. I would feel like a healer. And so
Mm.
and so, with that being said, you know, it is nothing to say the truth to someone, because a lot of times people are walking by people, they see the truth about them, but they don't say nothing. And
Okay.
so, you're going to be the person with this challenge to say something and make a difference. And I promise you, and I believe this, I haven't done any research. This is just me looking at what the industry has done to us. And I'm looking at all these examples. If we were to um, hone in on our natural beauty, as far as like just the way we're create our skin tones, our hair texture, all that stuff, I think we'll cut down at least on 50% of the toxic ingredients we use. Because
Oh,
literally,
yeah.
it's right there. Just right there. If you start to just hone in on your beautiful, and then you're like, oh, okay, I don't have to use this uh steroid to try to light my skin. I don't have to do this, or I have to do I'm gonna do, all of these different things. It's like, okay, so bringing it in. It's not about not being able to wear makeup, not using skincare. No, it's saying that if we not use the things that try to make us look, manipulate us to a point to where it's not natural for us,
Yeah.
even with our hair products and things like that. That's what I'm talking about. So I love that, and I love the compliment challenge, and everything. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We're going to do that. More of that. More of that. More of that, y'all. So
Yes.
listen, one thing that is very important for us within this conversation is to understand how to read a label. And for some, we might think we need an advanced chemistry degree because, some of those ingredients got 50, 11 million letters and it just becomes overwhelming. And so
Mhm.
many of us have had that experience of going into a store, picking up a product, flipping it over, seeing the 50, 11 million ingredients. We can't pronounce it and we put it down. Can you tell us or walk us through what we should actually look for and where do we even start before we even touch the products in the aisle?
Yeah, so first of all, I think it's important to engage with products before you even get to the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so trusted networks like this. I think the person, all of you who showed up here, put a heart in the chat. I just want to make sure you just hear you a lot. You hear, put a heart in the chat. I want to see your name. All of you that are here, I see the hearts. All of you that are here, you're already engaging in the network to know. So I think it's important, because the aisles, to be honest with y'all, I see you, Kalita. I see you, Lynette. I see you, Alicia. I see you, Charmaine. My girl, Charmaine. Hey, Dee Dee. I see you. Anissa. I see you all. Kira. Okay. Um, I thank y'all for the hearts. I know how hard it is to get on shelf. Let me say
Mm,
this.
okay.
Okay. So I know how hard it is to get on shelf. I am a Black woman. Y'all see me here in the flesh. A lot of those products that are on the shelf, can you tell me what the owner looks like?
Don't get us to lying. No, we can't tell. We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. We have no. So that's my okay. So that's why I say you have to engage with the products before you get to the shelf.
Yep.
Okay. You got your confidence back. Okay. Your consciousness is intact. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So if that's the case, we're not going to the shelf. Just trying to read the like we're not even we've already started engaging. We've
Mm-hmm.
already started our process research on our phone. We already in this network right here, this California Black Health Network. We already in the clean beauty movement. We're already here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're already being introduced to brands that ours would never introduce us to.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a part of that mindset shift. We're not just going up buying like that anymore. We're more conscious about how we do this. Okay. So so number one, engage with products before you even get to the aisle, because most of the best products with clean ingredients are not on the aisle.
Mm.
They don't even make it there. Okay. So Check. Somebody say check in the chat. Come on. Somebody say, hit me with the check in the chat. I need you in here with me. Check. Somebody say check. Okay, check. Thank you, Jatar. Check. So, so we know most of these brands are not in the aisle. Okay. So because as a Black woman, less than 3% of products on store shelves are made by Black women, by people of color, all the things, right? And particularly Black women, because this is the conversation we're having now, dark melanated women. Okay. And so because of that, then a lot of the products are not made in a consciousness of you even being present. So when you look at that label, when you finally, if you do go to that store, you start looking at those products and you start engaging with them, when you pick up that product, know that the products that are first have the most intensity, the most ingredient in the actual product. The product that was listed last is the least. Okay. So the potency of the product, the ingredients, is the potency of the products first or last? Somebody hit me in the chat. First or last? I just told you the answer. I'm just doing a little pop quiz. I need you to hit me back.
They
I need you to
get
hit
it.
me
They
back.
get it.
Okay. I need you to hit me back in this chat. Okay. Is it first or last? Okay. All right. Okay. Lynette said it's first. Good job. It's first. Okay. So just remember that. So if I see fragrance right at the top, we out of there. We out of there. We out of there. Okay. I'm from Houston, at south side of Houston, so y'all excuse some of my language, but we are out of there. We throw it in the game. That's what we say in Houston. So just know that, okay? So make sure that sometimes it might say water, and then it's followed by some, petroleum byproduct or something like that, and mineral oils, that kind of thing. And then, is fragrances, just know when that's at the top, it's the most that's in it. Okay. So keep that in mind. You want to look for, when you do have those um, ingredients that we talked about earlier, or the ones that you've researched for yourself, you want to have those at least at the bottom of the list, not at the top, especially not at the top. Okay. You don't want to start there. All right. So keep that in mind. Also, a lot of times your there's formulations where there is a less than 1%, a less than 1%, or formulation hits ingredients that make up less than 1% of the product. They can list those in any order.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
Just
Good to
keep that
know.
in mind as well. Anything ending in parabens is a paraben. So let's just say it says methyl paraben, methyl paraben, right? Let's say pro pill paraben. Okay, so PROPYL and then paraben. It'll end in that. Okay. I talked about earlier about those fragrances. That is just a catch-all. A lot of times for those phthalates and things like that. So just be mindful of that and where that is placed on your ingredient deck. Okay. But just remember that the top five, the bulk of the ingredients, that usually makes up about 80%, 75 to 80% of the overall ingredients in all the product.
Hmm. We see that the word clean and natural is literally being dumped on everything.
Mhm.
When we're looking at the products, how can we actually be able to tell the difference between one that is actually clean and one that is just marketing to us as if it is, but it's not?
Um, oh, Charmaine, okay, what I said about the 1%, I just said that they can put that anywhere on the label. They can put it anywhere they want to put it when it has less than 1% inside of it. So so because big houses and corporate giants figure out, this is the word y'all like. This is what y'all want to hear.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll tell you that. Um, I say it like that. Just know that a lot of times, that can be used. Okay,
Okay.
it's really no real regulation. So things can be used,
Mm.
those words can be used, um, and they could have one ingredient in it that's natural or something like that, and sort of, say that. Um, but you have to, again, that's why we have these conversations, read and sort of research for yourself, engage in platforms like this. We talk about the app that's available and things like that to scan. But when you're engaging, you can see more and you can understand more. But just know that yes, it's no regulation. It's no regulation. To be honest, it's more of public appeal. It's more like public court. Now, somebody could, do something online and talk about it, or this and that, but nobody is there could be some misrepresentation happening. I remember when Sephora, they had something happen with the clean part, and there was some type of situation that happened with that about them saying certain ingredients, but that was a little different because they do use a seal. And
Ah,
so,
okay.
and that happened. But I'm just saying, for the overall industry, there is not a regulation that sort of takes that in effect to sort of hand that down. Now, you're not supposed to misappropriate products, but I see it all the time. Big
Mhm.
companies I see do it all the time,
Yeah.
um, in regards to that.
And to your point, most of the non-toxic or clean brands will not make it to the aisles. And so your mom and pop shops, your local apothecaries, your sister friend down the way who makes skincare products, that's probably as clean as we're going to get these days, you know?
I mean, seriously, and seriously, and that's why I had to say that, because I think it's a little misleading. I think it's a
Yeah.
little misleading to make it seem like, oh yeah, go to the store and go look for your clean products. And it's like, I know
Oof.
how hard I know how hard it was for us to get, we're in 20 JC Penney stores, and we have shown where we make our products. We talk about the ingredients, we do all the stuff, and it's hard for us to get on shelf. So I
Mm.
just know that most folks who are making these clean products are not. And so you got to flip the bottle over, yes, but do not be taken by the marketing of it all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't be fooled at all. The marketing, the bottles will look pretty on the front. Flip it over on the back. If you see it's, 50 ingredients to make a face wash. Come on now, y'all. Does it really
Hmm.
take that much? Does it take
Hmm.
that much? It doesn't. I want to introduce the Clearia app in case you are looking for an app or a tool that can support you in discovering how to make more conscious choices for your makeup, personal care, baby care, and cleaning or other products. You can scan the QR code to lead you to the website where you can download this for Apple or Android devices. I will also drop the link in the chat so that you can download the app as well. I really enjoy the app because I can literally use it from just sitting at home. I can just type in a particular product. If I wanted to type in Dove Sensitive Care bar of soap, I can type it in and it is going to show me all of the toxic chemicals that are in whatever it is that I'm searching, but it's also going to give me the option to know alternative or like safer swaps because it understands what I like, it understands what I'm looking for, but it also knows I want something less toxic. And so it allows for that to happen while I'm searching from my phone, but also when you're in the stores. If you make it to the aisle, you can actually scan the barcode of a product and it will allow all of this information to come up. You'll be able to see all of the ingredients, what the alerts are, and then it'll give you the option to make a swap right then and there. And so definitely use this app, download it, and allow yourself to be a more conscious, well informed consumer before you go into the aisles or before you have Amazon drop it off at your doorstep. Okay? If that is an app that you feel you might use, put a one in the chat. And I'm also going to drop the link in there so that those who. So now you have the link. So you can download it, download it, download it, download it. This is a free tool that you can use. It does not take much, okay? We are in the business of ensuring that we are reducing health risk. We want to make sure that we're making conscious choices about what we're putting in our bodies and on our skin. And this app will allow you to do so almost really with ease. And so I'm happy to see a lot of ones in the chat. Some are already using it. The product is so dope. I think so too. I really do use it because I want to be a more conscious consumer. You can't get my money if down the road what I'm buying is going to end up taking my health. And so I have to be more conscious about the choices that I'm making. And so definitely, if you can, go ahead and download the app. And we're going to keep this conversation flowing with Kim. What I know is that you built LAMIK from the ground up. You built it specifically for us. I want to say you built it for me and my sister friends and my cousins and, folks within my network. Tell us what it actually means to practice clean beauty, like in the decisions that you're making, because you've been centering our skin from day one. Your brand has integrity, you are transparent, you are in conversations like this, not just in the name of your brand, but really in the name of this movement of conscious clean beauty. So, yeah, tell us how you make decisions so differently.
Yeah, I make a decision based on the fact of what I want to use, what my child to use, what I wish my mom had to use, what my
Mm.
sisters to use. And I did make it for you and your sisters. I do see myself in you. And JT, who's from our team, Jatara, she's here. Make it for her. Make it. It's for all of us. And so I say that to say that a lot of times and we are a growing company. We don't even have all the resources. Let me have a stop right here too, because
Okay.
sometimes people will, and that's why we're very transparent. We're doing the best we can with what we got. We don't even have all the resources. Don't you know there's billion-dollar companies out there? And I need you to sign off in the chat because I need to know if y'all as angry as I am. There are billion-dollar companies with a lot of resources who choose not to use those resources to make better, healthier products for you. We're just a little growing company. You just said from the bottom, um, this is being built from the bottom up. I mean, the kids say got it out the mud, like really got it out the mud.
I believe you. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes.
So I say that to say that we wouldn't even be able to make products if I did not meet a chemist who retired from Estee Lauder, who wanted to help me discover how to make lip gloss without certain ingredients in it, how to make products without certain ingredients in it, um, that could show up on my skin tone. We
Yeah.
went down that rabbit hole. And because he was retired, he had time. He had time. I could not pay him. I could not afford it. If I was in business based on the fact that I could afford to be in this industry, I would not be in it.
Okay.
This is a calling. This is purpose work. Every day I'm like, okay, God will provide. He gives the provision for me to be in this business. The passion, the love for the people, the love for myself, and for the people. But I say that because if it was not for that chemist who took that opportunity with me and wanted to even right some wrongs that he saw in the labs, then
Mm.
I'll be sitting here right now. Okay. And so I just want to say that because there are huge companies who make the decision not to do it every day.
Yep.
And so we need to be holding them accountable, and
Mhm.
we need to be helping to grow companies like mine and others, because I know of others who we could be actually feeding and consuming and be helping to build by purchasing, by talking about it to other people, by you guys got to make this popular. You guys got to make LAMIK popular. You guys got to make the clean beauty movement popular. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if
Mm-hmm.
not, then we just again go over and just allow them to continue to just give us anything out there. And so I just want to bring that up because you did talk about how this came from this was built from the ground up and is being built from the ground up. And so I just want to make sure that we say that because a lot of the things that I would love to market on billboards in Times Square, but we don't have the budget for that, right? I would love to be able to do this and do all these other tricks, but we have the statistic goes that 75% of beauty products that are marketed to us are toxic. It doesn't say that there's no products out there that are not good for us to use.
Mm-hmm.
It just said the ones that are marketed to us
Are toxic.
right? And so I'm just saying that to say that some of this has to be on us around that mindset shift and what we talked about. And that's what makes this conversation so powerful tonight. But I just want to bring that up because I don't want anybody coming to us like we're supposed to be perfect. Is not that. We're doing the best we can with the resources that we have. That's the
Mm-hmm.
reason why, I want us to come out with an eyeshadow palette. I already got the sample of the eyeshadow palette over here. I use it all the time. But can we come out with it yet? No, we don't have the funds. We don't have the capital for it yet. We're
Mm-hmm.
not very capital backed. And that's the reason why I told you you don't see these products on the aisles because they're not venture capital backed, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And so I just want you to be more conscious. That's the reason why you got to be a part of the decision making process. Where you
Yeah.
spend your money tells what you want to see grow. And so we have our brow kit. Get the brow kit because that's what we have. And when we get more sales and that able to grow, then we can get this next product, get this next product. So I'm just saying that because that's sort of the mindset I want us to look at this now. This is the mindset
Yeah.
I want to look at this.
That's helpful. That is very, very helpful. What I'm going to do is there's a few questions that I've seen, and I want to make sure that Kim is able to answer your questions, especially those that are specific to LAMIK. And so we have a question from Rita. She asked, what if the product is made with only essential oils with natural fragrance? Could those still be safe for us to use?
I from my research, from my understanding, those still can be. Um, um, when we say essential oils, um, and they have a natural, you said just a natural fragrance inside of them. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Again, there's that word natural. That is ambiguous. It is an
Very,
ambiguous word.
very,
What
very,
is it?
very. So
Where's this coming from?
you gotta, but you just, again, back to the whole brand in itself. I think you need to know the integrity of the brand and
Hmm.
the products there. Because one thing I didn't hit on, I just want to say this real quick because I just don't want to run out of this because I had this on my list to speak about, and that is counterfeit products. So even when you talked about the essential oils and the natural fragrance, and we just talk about what does that word mean, but also, what does it mean when you just order it off of a website and you are not ordering from the direct company? Again, we got to be in a company of the people. And it has been tested. They tested out counterfeit beauty products that people ordered, got it. They tested out these products. It has been rat droppings found in these products, urine over 15 times. Thank you. The amount of lead
Mm.
inside of these products. So I just wanted to bring that up because this is something else that I want us to be on because I also, to me, it's not about, again, to a certain extent, this is not also about being like scared to use this or being too hyper, right? It's some of these simple things that we do that we can have the best intention or ordered this thing this product, but you didn't order from the company and you just ordered off this
Uh,
website that sells all these things and you
mhm.
didn't look at the third party that's selling it and come to find out you're buying a counterfeit product. Because again, when everybody finds out that you want to see something that says clean, or you're buying this clean or natural product or whatever organic product, they're going to start to counterfeit those products. And then when they counterfeit them, these are the mixing of dirty warehouses and all this stuff around these things that are happening. Okay. And they tested out these products, and this is what they found.
Mm.
Okay. So when we talk about the integrity around, no, the counterfeit has no guardrails. Okay. And so people have went to the emergency room and everything around counterfeit makeup. So with that being said, I also want to say that um, if you don't know where this is coming from, you see a third party and it's just, you don't even know who these people are, do not shop for it, because it's nothing there. Do not do that. Do
Mm.
not do that.
Thank you for that update. Thank you for that tip. Yeah, let's just not. Let's just not take your time. Your health is worth your time and your attention. It
Mhm.
really, really is. A quick cheap buy is not worth it in the long run. It's
It's
just
not.
not.
It's
It's
not.
not.
It's not. And when we were on HSN, so I also would say we were talking about some safe places, and I see um, um, uh, I remember when we were on HSN, we actually had to send our product in to be tested
Oh,
based on what we were saying about our products. So they had another adjacent neutral um, lab test the products and everything based on what we said the products had in them and all that kind of stuff.
wow.
That's what HSN does, and we had to pay for that. So I know it happened.
Wow.
We got the results and everything. So I will say this again about being in safe spaces, particularly HSN. They make you test. They test beauty products. If you say about the ingredients about them are clean or this and that. Now, products. So again, I would say, for instance, that's a good place to buy products from, because they make their vendors test the products. All retailers do not do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some retailers, you can
Right.
just upload the product on their website and start selling it to millions of people.
Mm.
So also when we say it's safe places, so also this will cut down on a little bit of the work you have to do. Certain places you're like, okay, I can shop there because I found out that that's what they do, and I'm telling you, I'm a witness to the fact that they make you, um, they make you pay to get your products tested by a neutral another party, not someone that you just claim you have to get the results from them.
Wow. Good to know that they are honest in that way. They're like, listen, if you're gonna get on here and talk about you clean, talk about whatever you say you are, we gonna triple check. We got two more questions for you. Miss Gardner asked, she said, I have dark spots and I'm using prescription for, is it azelaic acid and tretinoin? Are these safe?
Now, I don't, I'm not a doctor, so I want to make that preference. um, but based on what we talked about tonight, I would say, you know, think about how long you're going to be using these products too. It's also about exposure, and how long you're exposed to products.
Mm,
So also think about that, and ask your doctor, what have you, if you got them, if it's a prescription, because the prescription you got from a pharmacist. I would also recommend that you talk to your doctor about that, and um, if there's any other options you can use besides that, from a dermatological standpoint, because obviously there's hyperpigmentation there and those
mm,
kind of things. And so, um, you want to look into that. Um, yeah,
yeah, that would be good. That would
I
be
would
good.
say.
I have one final question, and I think this is great. Miss Deborah asked, she said, my skin is very sensitive and of the People product has worked for me. What are your thoughts on that product? And with this, can you let us know at least three of your other favorite trusted brands that you support and can share with us?
Um, so three of my favorite brands. Okay, so as far as with that brand that you named, um, I I would say go off of some of the things I talked about tonight. I cannot endorse that brand, because I don't know exactly which product you're using in the line, which
Hmm.
ingredients are in that line, all of that. So I would say go off of some of those things. I'm also available on social media. So if you end up, you know, looking up some of those things, you want to get in my DMs and we discuss it even. But yeah, that's what I would say about that. Um, uh, um, in regards to um, the products that I adore and like. So there is um, a product. One, I'm big on shea butter. I'm big on shea butter. I love me some shea butter. Okay. I think shea
Staple.
butter, what'd you say?
It's a staple.
I think shea butter can heal anything.
Listen, I see no lies told. Not a one.
I think it can heal anything. After being in Ghana and being on the continent, I'm just like, I think shea butter and rooibos tea from South Africa can
So
take all
good.
so
That's
good.
such a good, that little sweetness to it. It's so good. Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's my favorite. We got to go to rooibos tea one day. Anyway, we gotta go
Yeah,
tea.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so but it's great for like fighting free radicals and all that kind of stuff in the body. But anyway, um, so I would say that Unami is a brand I like. Unami. She has a really good shea butter. I highly recommend her product. She's from Africa, and so she is very much potent. It's very much real what she has, but it's in a way to where she has these small bottles you can travel with, all that kind of stuff. I like to use it for everything. Um, uh, get a little scrape, put it there, take care of the dry, all the things. I can put it on, all in between. And I love it so much. So that's one product I love and recommend. And then I also would say something else that sometimes we pass up is that nail polish.
Mm.
Nail polish got all kind of stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I will say that back to being marketed to Black women, they love to market and come in our communities and put those toxic nails on our fingers and make us smell all those fumes. And while they're masked up and we're in there
They
smelling all
out
the
there.
fumes, and they market these designer nails to us and all these designs and nails, and you got to do all this. And I'm looking at them saying, "Where your designer nails at? Where your long nails at?
They don't
Where
do
all
it.
where all of that?"
They
So
don't
why
do
you
it.
trying to give it to me and my community, but you don't wear it? Tell me that, because I wear the makeup I'm trying to tell somebody else to use, right? So, but my point is that I use Janet and Cole nail polish. Um, People of Color nail polish is another brand I use. People of Color. Um, so those are some of my favorites. Um, And so think about that in regards to your nail polish. So I don't, I wear those companies, Janet and Co. Sorry, CO.
Oh,
Um, and then People of Color, as well. But those are the
good.
nail polishes I wear, and I wear my natural nails, and I wear those colors, and I love them. I think I got Janet and Co. on now because she has a beautiful sparkly color. So, but again, these are brands. I know what the owner looks like. I know what they're working with. I know Unami, what she has. Um, and then when it comes to like my scalp, so my scalp care, um, I use Canvy, um, Canviii. But again, I know what she looks like. I know, I still got to do my scalp care. I love, um, my other girl for my scalp care is Ruby. Um, yeah, Ruby. And she has a shaving cream I use, and I know how she creates it and all that stuff. But anyway, this is, you see how I have a relationship with my beauty and body care products.
Mm-hmm.
See how I'm not just listing off some random SHIT. See the relationship that I have
That
with these
matters. That matters. But we are a relational people.
things.
We are a relational people. Part of this is remembering who we are. We are relational people. We got grandmas, we got aunties, we have people in our communities who make what we need in order to thrive. You,
Period.
yeah,
Period.
we do this, y'all.
Period. So I'm just saying that to say I was looking at my bathroom counter, um and Shop the Hood is a platform that I love that talks about a lot of black owned brands. But I remember looking at my counter and them being like, how many products on your counter are black owned and your beauty, like how you get ready? And I was looking at all these products from toothpaste to toothbrush to all of these things. And so it is there, it is out there, but I will tell you, most of it is not on the aisle.
Mm-hmm. True. True.
So it
It's
talks
not.
about, so just we've gotta be more engaging and, like we said, relationship driven around finding different brands. And then if they're all online, most of them, they're all on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta do a little research, take a look around, and
Yeah.
and find them out. But yeah, those are some of my favorite products. I can kind of go on and on favorite products, to be honest, because um I'm a little bit of a junkie when it comes to all the things. But yeah,
That is a
absolutely.
helpful list to start with. And I want to thank Astrid Williams, who just dropped a link in the chat that will be very, very helpful. It is a link to shop non toxic Black beauty products. Okay. So there's well over 50 Black owned beauty brands on this list, and you can definitely click that link. I'm going to also share another link. We have the Gift of Clean Beauty campaign, which Kim Roxie and LAMIK is a part of that campaign. We have at least 6 or 7 Black owned beauty brands that have even provided discount codes for y'all to shop with so that you can shop with them and get these non toxic beauty and household products in your households. And so we've got everything from makeup to other skincare products to candles to shampoos and conditioners. You've got resources readily available for you. And so I want to encourage you to definitely click that link, use the discount codes, and shop clean with those brands. Before we wrap, I want to give Kim an opportunity to share with us about her ambassador program in case you all are interested. And just in case y'all forgot, we do have one person who is going to win an incredible, beautifully curated beauty bundle sort of bag that was crafted by Kim Roxie. And so make sure you stay around for the end. We are going to be wrapping this up, but we will have a winner selected. Kim will be in contact with that individual, whoever is selected to win that bundle. And so, Kim, share with us about your ambassador program and how individuals can learn more about it.
Yes. So we are doing a casting for ambassadors for LAMIK Beauty. We understand that a lot of you are influential in your own communities and spaces, whether virtual, in person. And so we want to grow with you. And so we are excited. There's not a certain look, there's not a certain name, there's not a certain size, there's not a certain color. All are welcome. And so what I want you to do is I want you to email support at lamikbeauty.com. I'll put that in the chat. Support
I got you.
at LAMIK, thank you. Support at lamikbeauty.com. And I want you to let us know that you're interested in joining the ambassador program. put your name. If you have any social media, put that on there. You don't particularly have to have that to be a part, but I'm just asking, as well as your contact information, so we can reach out to you and do a call with you, just to get to know you better, and then give you more information about our ambassador program. We're looking to cast people for that this summer. So this is a great opportunity to get more engaged. And even if you just want to spread the word more, if you're like, you heard what happened tonight, me and Charity on here talking, discussing these things, the comments. I saw it's so much liveliness happening in the comments. So I know you have something to say, and I know how it is. You're like, I want to tell everybody, I want these people to know this is your opportunity to do it naturally, and to help to get this word out. We're here for each other. We're communal people. We got to take care of each other.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
people not coming to take care of you. Okay, so we're gonna
They're
take care of each.
not. They're
Yeah.
not.
Yes.
We are in this to take care of each other. Thank you so much. I put Kim's email address in the chat. So if that sounds like an opportunity you want to engage in and support this work and spread this message abroad, feel free to email her and stay connected for that opportunity. There are a few ways in which you can join the larger conscious Black beauty movement. You can become a beauty ambassador. At CBHN, we have beauty ambassadors who get an opportunity to work with me quite often and distribute information and resources to their networks of individuals, but they also host beauty detox days in encouraging people to shop clean, but informing them about how to make conscious choices as they look for skincare products or beauty products or even household products. And so, if you want to become a beauty ambassador, we've got opportunities for that. You can also host an education session. This will be considered a boot camp. If you feel like you have some sister friends or even some brothers, some fathers, some uncles who would love to engage around conversations around what it is to have good, clean skincare, and you feel like you want to host a gathering, feel free to contact us. You can also join our Black Health Network. If you are a healthcare provider, if you are a health and wellness practitioner of any kind, whether that's yoga, Reiki, or birth worker, we would love to have you a part of our Black Health Network as we grow this provider list, and it allows us to make our providers more accessible to our community members. Wouldn't it be great for you to go to a Black cardiologist? Wouldn't it be great for you to have a Black doula? Well, you can definitely join the network and allow us to share your information largely with our community. The last thing I want you to do before you leave, if this has been good to your soul, if it felt great to be here with sister friends and community, please scan this QR code and let us know what this experience was like for you, how this landed. Provide us with your feedback. We have 2 more sessions coming up this summer around our Conscious Black Beauty movement. The next one will be July 22nd, and that will be about hair. Everything from braiding hair to natural hair products. We will be featuring strands of faith for that conversation. And so scan this QR code, take the survey. You'll be put on our specific mailing list around the Conscious Black Beauty movement, and we can keep you abreast on more opportunities to engage around this topic. I will also drop the link in the chat so you will have access to this survey. I really appreciate you all for being here with CBHN tonight. We value your time, your attention, and your dedication to ensure that our communities experience health and wellness, because it's a birthright. It's nothing we got to earn. It's nothing we got to work hard to get. We all deserve it just because we are here alive and doing our best to be well. And so we appreciate you for being with us. We want you to stay connected with us. Follow us on Facebook, on Instagram. Look out for us on LinkedIn, and we'll be reposting or resharing this on our YouTube channel so you can watch this again and again, because Kim dropped a lot of great gems that I'm sure we'll be sharing out to our larger networks over the next few weeks. Kim, thank you for being with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been incredible. Okay. I knew I was going to have a good time. I just Knew it. I was like, I see her chatting. She be on the podcast. She be doing all the things with the other people, but I want my turn, and I got it. So I'm
You
grateful.
rocked, you rocked it, Charity. You rocked it. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. It was a great time. Listen, I am hoping that this information is not just going to live in your brain, but it takes up residency in your body and allows you to make more conscious choices as you are shopping for yourselves and for your family members this summer. We love you. We are, yes, Kim, I saw that finger go up. That's it. I got one
Yes.
more thing. Uh
One
huh.
one more thing. I just want to make sure everybody got their discount from CBN. Do you mind
CBHN.
putting it in the
Drop it
chat?
in the, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can put that in the chat. Hold on. Let me drop the
LAMIK
the
discount.
coupon code for
Yes,
y'all.
yes, because I know some of you are probably already on the website, and I forgot that we already had a discount code for you all. Um,
We
so
got it. So it is going to be clean for CBHN. Clean for CBHN. When you go to LAMIK, you are going to, when you check out, use clean for CBHN to receive 10% off. Okay?
yes.
10% off. Spread the news like the best thing you've ever heard, okay? 10% off of your purchase. Beautiful. This has been an incredible night. Again, if you can, please help us by completing the survey. We would love to hear your feedback. I look forward to emailing you all this information tomorrow as well so that you can have what you need to share with your family and friends this summer as you shop and become even a more conscious consumer of clean beauty. Thank you for being with CBHN tonight, and we look forward to seeing you all next time.